I'm Melanie Florence, and this is Hot Tea for the Soul. This is a sweet hot tea, a self-love reading. It's something that came as I developed this channel. This reading came in the first week. It was like here, 5-line reading. 5 for how you got here, 4 for your healing element, 3 for your practical world, 2 for your partnerships, and 1 for your self-love. For you, come down to you. How's it all going? Right? So I'm going to do a pick a pile, which gives us a little bit of option. So I'm going to turn it down so you can see. I've got a whole heap of decks piled up that I'm going to pick some cards from, but I'm really going to do the reading with the Archetypes deck and the... Ooh. Let's see. I got the Archetype deck underneath the shells, or which is like a real modern sort of sway on the archetypes, all right, that we all have in our lives. And the rock, I've got the modern witch underneath the rock. So if you're like the heart-shaped rock, if that's your thing, my thing on spring is still bubbling. This is for the modern witch, or we got the archetypes, something a little bit different. The archetypes, the unknown archetypes, wild unknown archetypes, if we're going to be real specific in here. So I'm going to start with the unknown archetypes. If that's what you have picked, then follow on. If you have picked the modern witch oracle with the rock, the love heart rock, then skip, go into the timestamps, skip forward. This is for you. All right, I'm going to put this to the side, put the modern witch to the side. Right, and I'll put the rock to the side. Right, so we're going to start with the shells and the archetype deck, but that's not where we're going to start. We're going to get to the archetypes deck. Got to build up a little bit, got to build up the energy, see what we got going on here. So I'm going to start with a card from the Tony Carmen Selenaro. Ooh, I'm going to take that one. All right, Heart and Soul deck says, a beautiful, inspired idea floats through pathways of light, waiting for the right moment to enter the mind and heart. This wonderful idea stems from your soul, will grow and blossom if you nurture it. It keeps safe within your inner world until it's ready to manifest in your outer world. A period of great fulfillment and accomplishments follow. Ooh, little ideas. I like that. Little ideas on the wind. All right. They come to you at the right time. If you hook onto them, got the right idea. All right, what else do we want to go with the wild unknown? We're going to use the Work Your Light deck. Oh, there it is. You're already doing it. All right. All right, so we're already sometimes in play. You already know what you want in life, and we sort of head our world to it in the end, right? You already know. Stop overthinking and keep facing your true north. Right. So if you're watching this, you already know. All right, you can probably turn off now. No, don't turn off. All right, we're going to have a whole reading here. But, like, look, you already know. We already know what our heart's desires are. Keep on your true north. Keep aiming at your heart's desires and your wishes, right? You got ideas, and they're all coming into play, and you can feel that. Okay, I'm going to use the Super Attractor. What do we got here with the Super Attractor? All right, one card from the Super Attractor and maybe another one, and then we're going to do this. We're going to do this self-love. All right, Super Attractor, what do we got? I feel on my way to faith, one step at a time. I feel on my way to faith. Look at the bridges that you're getting over things just there. All right, I feel on my way to faith, one step at a time. I feel on my way into faith. All right, look at there's something about being present in your feelings. I think that we learn to sort of trap them in antidepressants, or we trap them in being tough and not acknowledging them. But you have to, right? I had to take a few days off this last week because literally I was trying so hard to try to put this stuff out and self-expectations. I had personal stuff I need to deal with. Part of this was taking that time. I had to feel my way through a couple of things. So I had to stop, all right, and feel my way through it. Into faith, one step at a time, right? I couldn't do the readings last week because I had to feel myself. So one step at a time. Here we are. All right, one more card before we go into this self-love. Reaching right over the table here. This one is the Untethered Soul. So this is a little bit Eastern philosophy. It's got the Eastern philosophy vibe. I'm going to take that one. All right. Spiritual energy is what you are experiencing when you are enthused about something and all its high energies come up inside you. Let me do that again. Spiritual energy is what you're experiencing when you're enthused by something and all this high energy comes up from inside you. Feel your feelings, right? So there's an enthusiasm inside of you. You've got this energy so we know that that's spiritual energy. When you're enthusiastic about something building up inside you, these ideas, right? These are the same things. Well, that took me a second to read that. Sometimes you got to double up. Look at the yours in there. Okay. All right. It's nice. You've got some ideas that have been coming. You already know. You're already on your track, right? And you just got to feel your way through this one step at a time, because you already know this. This enthusiasm is something that's this high energy that's building up inside you. That's your spiritual. That's your spirit. That's your passion. All right. Where did I put it? There. The Archetypes. All right, you're on your path to somewhere. So let's see where we've come from. There's first five cards. How did we get here? Where did we come from? How did we get to this spot? What brought us here? An offering. All right, so we have an outstretched hand here. So this is a nice offering. So an outstretched hand and something's coming towards you. All right, let's let this build up a bit. Let's let it build up a bit. Let's see what we got. All right. Ooh, the animal. So the instinct inside of you. The offering and the animal. So something's been given and there's an instinct and a drive inside of there. Ooh, the desert. It might have been barren. You've been waiting. Another crescent moon just there with a hand reaching out. All right. So you pull back. So you're waiting in the middle of that. So something still in the middle of its processes. In the middle of its travel. Ooh, you've been holding on by a thread, right? That light that comes into you, you're holding on to what that is, that rainbow, that hope, that blessing, and you know what that is. So that's what you're holding on to in your desert as through your homage. One more card to go. All right, this is how we got here. So you're holding on, all right? It might have been a time, but you're standing on the threshold, right? There it is. So there was an offering. There's something that you know. There's something out there. You've got the idea. You're already doing it, right? You know, so then you take on your inner animal instincts, but you've had to go through a journey. You've had to go through a homage in the desert sort of thing. And you've held on. You've held on to your blessings because you know you're standing on the threshold of something. Oh, that's interesting. That's how we got here. What's the healing elements? So we've got 4 cards for the healing elements. What do we got? What do we got? Ooh, 1, 2. That one there and that one there. Yeah. All right, let's get 2 more. For the fun. All right, 1 more. Let's take that one. All right, hitting this. Let's see where we got. Okay, you've gone through the storm. Look at that lightning energy. All right, things break away with lightning energy. It's always fierce. It is always, something bold, and it breaks away. It breaks away from old traditions. It breaks away parts of you that you don't need. But we're also weathering the storm inside of that. While you keep on that vision, all right, this vision here. Look, we've got 2 owls in here. We've got our snake, which is rebirth, our trees in here, our tree of life, and the mountain in there with the solitude in here. All right, so there's a vision that you're holding on to, and it's a sacred vision because we've got the crow in there. All right, this is our crone. We've got our crone in here with her crow, and so this is old wisdom stuff, and you're holding on to the thread of that while you're going through this homage in the desert. All right, but we have in the offering and the storm. All right, there's a lot of energy inside of that storm when you're talking about this vision and the crone, taking your old wisdom in here. All right, so something's moved inside, and that's a healing element is the storm. And there we have the forest, which is this forest in here. So you're still going through, what are the trees, what are the woods, still going through. We've come out of the desert, right? You can tell that. So it's a lot more fertile. It's still a quest. It's still a quest that you've got to aim at your true north, which is what we've been talking inside of here. All right? We're facing your true north inside and going through that thick. And you don't go through it by yourself. Your ancestors go with you, always through the forests. All right. So we're coming out into a more fertile period, holding on, coming onto this threshold, holding on to what you believe. The next 3 cards are our, the next 3 cards are the practical world. How do we apply where we come from? How do we apply what the healing is that we go through? How do we apply this to the world? Ooh, there's one. Alright, let's get another 2. How do we apply this to the world? There's one more. Yeah, okay, one more over there. Oh, yeah, I'll take this one. Alright, so we're building our castle of pearls, right? Yeah, you're building a fortification, and it's building it from wires, and it takes a while for a pearl to grow, right? And so here we find ourselves with this rose, a little bit of an abundance, and you know, we're taking that spot. We've got a little bit our castle. It's our castle made of pearls, and we've done that. We've made that strength inside of that. That's what's come out of this quest that you've gone through with, and that this vision quest inside of here, this desert and the vision and the castle, right? All right. But we've got the comic. So the comic is probably making light of a bad situation. The comic is probably dark and ironic, right? The comic has a mask on. He's crying through it all. He brings in the colours of life, and then he is still, you know, making light of it. He's still trying to make a situation that has been dark into something that is something that we can work with, that we can laugh a little bit about. Doesn't mean he's happy, but it's something that he can laugh at. It's a mask he's wearing. Alright, because we're still in this fertile ocean state. We've gone from forest to desert to forest to ocean inside of here. So we're feeding our different elements inside of here, and this ocean is our emotions. So this comic is going through our emotions. So we've got something that's really stable being our castle, and then we've got something really liquid and really organic and very nurturing, obviously wishy-washy, ebb and flow of life. You know, so, you know, it's opens up your flexibility in here. It's opening up your emotional flexibility in here. You're having to laugh through the pain a little bit. But you're getting older, right? And you've got this vision, and this is all coming down through here, and your animal inside of here, and it's like, how do you make light of things when you're walking through your darkest things, when you're going through, or you're trying to make things. So you've got ideas and that sort of stuff, and that's how it's going to come through, right? Might be a little bit sarcastic and ironic. What are the partnerships inside of this? What's our partnership reading? Should have brought that all forward, shouldn't I? I've changed my desk. I've changed it all. Let me bring that forward. That's where that needs to be. Look at that. Look at that. That's much better. All right, sorry. Sorry I didn't have that set up visually the way it should have been for you guys. I changed my, using my coffee table because I like it more. All right, so 2 for partnerships. 2 for partnerships. Oh, there's one. All right, we've got a siren energy in here. This is really quite central. This is, you know, singing the songs that bring the sailors to shore. This is, you know, making you deep dive in passion inside of here. And you can see that, and it's red and it's pink and it's ruby inside of there, and that deep dive tail is just heading down. So we've got a siren inside of the circumstance. That might be you. Maybe you're singing, you're feeling like you're singing, and you're feeling like you're stable with your castle, and this is a bit sexy. You've gone through the storm. Went through the storm to get your castle. All right. I'll put that one there and that one there. Ooh, and the mask. Again, we're exploring our dark and our light inside of here, and we talked about this with the comic. All right, and so it might be that there's been a lot of exploring your broader side, your depths, your dark, and really having a look at what's surrounding you. Now, and this is taking off your mask. There's a little bit of, you know, letting go and putting it down. But it might be that you're using the siren as a mask. Maybe it's the siren is with somebody who is a little bit masked, and they're going through a healing process in here. They're looking a little deeper dive inside of their lives. So this might be you and your partner. Or that's how you're approaching partnerships in general. You might be putting off the part. You might be putting on a mask, and the siren is your mask. Maybe the siren is your mask inside of there. Okay, one more. Going to heal. It's the heart, and so we have self-love inside of here, and this is your self-love card. This last card is for self-love. So this has been a big journey. There's 2 people in that boat. So this does look like if you were talking about it, thinking about a partnership inside of you, you've been on a long journey. You've been on a long journey through sacred things. You've held on to that thread. You're standing on that threshold. You've gone through the forest. You've held on to a vision inside of there. And there's 2 sides to this vision. You know, this comic sitting in the middle of there. But this is these 2 people sitting in this boat. And they're in that boat together inside of that little hut. Alright, so that's a beautiful spot to be in just here. It's very fertile. This is all very fertile. You know, you've been through your desert with your horse with no name. Might have been George. Alright, but literally, this is sitting in a spot where you've got wishes coming, and you've got that. You already know. You're already doing it. You need to stop overthinking, and you're feeling your way through it one step at a time in here. All right, this has been a really developed sort of reading as we come forward in here. When you see that these angles in here and what we're laying down, you've got the threshold through the forest to the ocean, and a mask opening up into the love, and the way that that's sitting inside of the rainbow side is coming into that. So you might have somebody who might be dealing with depression in there, but they're putting on their best face for the best of it, you know. And then we've got that nourishing line in here. What else have we got down here? All right, and we've got the offering the storm to the castle. So this is for providing that strength inside of here. We've got this strength that keeps providing. It's a good note in here to see. We've got this crescent moon that's turned up in the 3 inside of there. So that may be that's an indication of something to come in when you're looking for the crescent moon this month. I hope that this has resonated with you. Please let me know in the comments. I really am going to try to put out a weekly. I'm going to do a new moon elemental hot tea this week. Mixing it up, keeping it fresh. Thank you for being here. I hope you had a great time. I'm going to move on to the rocks. Thank you, my seashells. You have a great week. I'll catch you later. All right, I'm going to bring this all in very quickly before I bring in the rocks. Want to bring in the rocks. Perhaps this is a bit to listen to. All right, I'm going to move this over here, throw that in there for shuffling's sake. I don't reckon I'm going to use you guys again, but nonetheless, we'll put you over here. And one there. All right, we take out. We're going to take those out. We're going to bring in the rocks. Bouncy, bounce, bouncy. Thank you for being here. All right, so we're going to go a different tack. We have the Modern Witch Tarot. Oh, why? Because it's the only tarot I haven't been using in my dailies. So if you have picked the Heart Rock, all right, my little rock stars, here we are. I'm going to do a bit of elemental stuff. Just what have we got surrounding this reading before we start into it, this self-love reading. I am so glad you're here. Thank you very much. I haven't really been doing readings this last couple of weeks, if you hadn't noticed. I've been a bit frazzled, and there were personal things to focus on. I had to actually step back from this stuff because I wasn't getting either achieved at the time. So it was like, stop for a second, focus on the right things at the right time, right? So here we are, focusing on you. I'm going to give us a few different cards. Let's see what we got built up on here for you, and then we'll do the self-love. Let's see where it rolls. Okay, let's start with, this is the, it's the Hidden, Wisdom of the Hidden World article? Wisdom, what is that? Wisdom of the Hidden Worlds. Surely. Oracle of the Hidden Worlds. All right, come on. What do we got for the Oracles of the Hidden Worlds for this sweet hot tea? I really like the sweet hot tea. It really did develop really quickly in that first couple of days. It was really demanding, actually. I wouldn't say I've ever channeled anything like I've channeled this reading. Like, it was made for this YouTube channel. All right, so it's got a little bit of fairy energy in it. Growth, expansion, and flowering. Okay. Alright, so this is a little bit of a growth card, and you can see that flowering and expanding under that full moonlight. You know, so your energy is changing. Maybe you're exploring different things. Like, and when we're looking for something elemental, we're taking ourselves back. We're taking ourselves back to connecting with the elements, right? And so we're connecting ourselves with easier things. We're letting go of something and letting ourselves tune in to a frequency here where we unfurl, all right? Where we grow and we expand in that energy. Okay. I use this a bit. This is the Spellcasting Oracle. It's a sweet little deck. It has a lot of moons and circles in it. So I automatically. Transformation. All right, so it's time. You have been through a hard period. We've got 2 sets of wings in here. All right, so this is transforming. This is a transforming time. This is a bit of flighty. There's a lot of energy around you. You may have been through a dark period, right? And it's time. You're really looking for some sweeter things. You're looking to look through some innocent eyes in here, and there's a real transformation that's going on around you. Love that. Okay. And one from you. Oh, cross there, moon law. The ebb and the flow, and trust as it all should be. All right, there is an ebb and a flow with the moon and our tide and how it turns. And right now we're doing, doing this on a new moon. All right, so there's a new moon in Aries at the beginning of the zodiac. This is where we actually set our intentions, not just for now, but actually probably for the next 6 months, really pushing them through. All right, and this is this beautiful spot where we have our dream world and the fertility inside of that, and this spirit world that we bring into our reality. This ebb and our flow in our moon law. All right, big this week, I'm going to show you this card as well, is trust the process, Tim, another little rabbit. All right, you're not alone. Trust the process, your light. The light inside of you. It is all as it should be. Trust the process, and it's been big for me this week. Trust the process. Trust the process. Okay. I think we got a little bit sitting there. That's pretty cool. All right. I am going to do it because if I don't, we'll have the shits. I've got the mermaid sitting on the table. So to go with all of this, we're going to give you a mermaid card. All right. Because we had 2 jump out of the what was it? The spellcasters oracle. Let's see what we got out of the mermaid deck. Because it was the only one there. And if I hadn't touched it, then I'd be in trouble later. Oh, and I do have another one for you. Give me a second. What have we got? Oh, that's interesting. This came up the other day. All right. This is actually warning about experiments. This is a DNA experiments and them actually playing experiments with our food, genetically modified food. This is really talking about our cosmetics and where they're being produced, you know, and where you can resist and where you can put yourself and where you can make some changes inside of this, where you can be more organic in your diet, where you can be more organic with your products, right? And really making those simple choices. I wrote this on a post in my Facebook group the other day, that this is really about, you know, if you are getting a product from China, it makes no difference who is on the label, how big that brand name is. If it goes through China, it's been tested on animals, right? And so this is really taking a stance in there that you're not going to buy cheap products, or you're not going to buy expensive products that come through an arena that actually, you know, your money is going to doing experiments on other pieces of nature. And this is where it backs up. And so this is our food. This is what we put on our body, in our body, you know, and where we actually participate in stopping the experiments that go on in life. All right, that one's sort of big. Okay, so you know what the mermaid energy always is. All right, so it's really looking at your organic life. So your fairy energy inside of there, your growth expansion. So you might be really looking at things from your garden. I'm going to give us one from the Heart and Soul deck. Heart and Soul. Whoa. Yeah, okay. Heart and Soul. What do we got? Yeah, I'm going to take that one. There was another chick stuck on top for a second, but we're going to take this one. Okay. You're focusing purely on the negative, but there are also positives on your... there's also a positive side that you are not seeing. Your mental attitude and your thoughts can make things bad or good, beautiful or ugly. It's a matter of perception. What you think you shall become. Be positive. For behind the perceived darkness, there is much love, light, and good fortune. All right, I saw this as well the other day about self-affirmating. Like, you know, when, like, that self-affirmation, our brain looks for self-affirmation. So if you're going, oh, this is only going to get worse, your brain actually is like, oh, look, that's worse, that's worse. And so because it's self-affirming, it's trying to prove you right? And so if you're like, oh, look, that's better, and this is going to get better, and today's going to have a better outcome, and there's a silver lining, guess what? Your brain starts going, oh, there's a better outcome. It attracts it. We're trying to confirm it, all right? So what your brain does and what we're doing, it actually really does matter. All right, which way you put yourself in what direction. All right, and the flow that you put your energy in, what you actually direct your energy into, right? Correct. All right, so be positive. Be positive of the outcome. So even if we were looking at what bad experiments we're doing, we're looking at the positive outcomes, all right, that come from looking into this scenario. All right, people, I've got to turn down because I just jumped back into frame after I picked everything up. So I am going to start the self-love pyramid. Thank you for still being here as I shake everything around the camera. Thanks for being here. Thanks for still being here. Right. So I'm going to do the self-love. Let's start. Let's start. I really like using this Modern Witch deck. I was not into the Rider-Waite very much at all, and this is as close as I've got to the Rider-Waite. So it replaces guys with girls, so it's great. Alright, so we've got 5 for how we got here. What is it? And it's sort of got my initials on the front. MW. Thank you very much. It is actually not the legit deck. I would like one, I think. I think I'd like a legit deck of this. There's a couple. This and the Light Seer. Alright, this and that. They're the only ones. I got another couple. There, 2. There we are. There's our 5 for how we got here. All right. I like it when it's a mystery like this for everybody. Let's see what we got. Oh, 7 of Wands. So this is about challenge. This is a challenging spot. We've got over our hurdles. We've got this is about like you know, what do you believe in? This is about backing up your beliefs, right? These are all people testing your beliefs, and you got your hand, and I'm backing up my beliefs in here. This is what and I'm clearing out our beliefs. I don't have to believe your beliefs. I don't want your beliefs. I've got my own beliefs. See that belief? That's my belief. That one, it's my fairy belief. In here, I'm backing up. This is backing up. This is clearance and clearing out other people's and what doesn't serve you anymore on a spiritual level. Oh, because it's 6 of Wands, because we're looking for triumph here. All right, this is a harvest card. This is like I have put in, and these are the efforts, and I'm rewarded for the efforts that I put in. Okay, so you're backing yourself up, and you're rewarded for the efforts that you put in. I'm going to move it over just one little bit more than me. Come here, little cards. And this is going to win. This is win. This is slow and steady. This king is... he is materially stable. He is got it all together. He knows to talk the talk. He knows to walk the walk. He's really confident. Like he could build it here. He's already built it. He's got his castle. You know, this guy's strong. And so this is maybe about you walking into this strength of money, this strength of purpose. All right. You are the king of what you survey. You own your skyscrapers. Right? Yes, we are. We're definitely talking about walking into new money, a new job, a new foundation inside of here. All right? You have gone through a transformation. You've gone through this ebb and flow. All right? With the moon, you've been whimsical. You've wished. You've grown. You've expanded. Right? We're trusting it all so you can walk into a material new beginning. This is a real nice, strong path inside of here. This is what's led you to here. One more card. Oh, and we got that moon again. There we are. And this could say, people, this could be black and white. You've got to choose black and white. I like to see that there's an incandescent light in here. It is with the ebb and flow. It is wishy-washy. It is pulled by your emotions. It's taking a spot to dream a little bit inside of the moon. All right? And dream in your heart just a little bit inside there. It's a very Pisces card inside of here. Okay. The moon. All right, so we've got 4 cards for our healing element. What's the healing element inside of here? All right, we're going to change everything to a positive focus, right? Change our outcomes, positive focus. We're going to positive what we're going to put in our mouths. We're positive what we put on our skin. All right, changing the focus. All right, healing element, here we go. Ooh, there's a kapow energy in here. We can already see it. There's another magic wand just there. All right, 2 more. 2 more. For our healing element, there they are. Thank you, Modern Witch, for the sweet hot tea. All right, put you there. So what do we got? 5 of Swords. Okay, there's an amount of frustration here. And you can see that people are walking away and we're collecting swords and 2 of them down, but we've still got 3. We've still got, you know, there's a 2 in the conversation and the beginning of the conversations in here. But there's a certain amount of walking away from conversations. You don't actually have to fight every battle. You don't have to have every word inside of here. You can watch the battle walk away from you and the conversation walk away from you. And so again, this might be this clearing of these, you know, when we were saying you're battling for what you believe in here, it's just sort of saying I don't really need to actually even have all these conversations. It's of the senses. 5 is always of the senses. Right, you don't always have to have the conversation. Like recently in recent years, when I've finished having words for people, I've got no words left. I've got no words left for you. And then I'm done. Like, and I walk away. And I've learnt that. I don't chase after. You don't go chasing after trying to prove it to people. Because we do. You've got your new passionate beginning. This is about you. All right? This is about your spirit. This is about your sex drive. This is about your passion. This is about following your intuition. This is a kapow energy. You know, where we've gone here, you're looking at making a foundation, a new foundation in here, maybe a new job, maybe a new house, investment. This is kapow. This is investing into your spirit. And this is investing into your passions. So you're going to follow a passion path, and you don't really care what other people are saying. They can walk away. Okay, and they got lightning energy. All right, lightning energy, Thor. Things just happen. Smash, bang, kapow. All right, people exit your life. Kapow. We got this doubled up. So this is passionate. People just exit your life. Things just fall away. Things that are not meant to be there anymore are going to go. Anything you were holding on to that you should not have been holding on to, it's gone. All right. This is a spot where it's like kapow. Change. I'm changing your life. You're changing it to what? Changing it. And there's some really dire stuff in there. Look at this chick falling on the rocks. Amazing. All right. All right. And the Seven of Pentacles. Right. So you sow your seeds inside of the tree. And here you're really starting to watch them fruit. And this is more about seeding the orchard, I guess, right? When we're talking about this 7, it's a healing element. It's a spot where you can say and go, all right, everything is made and everything is strong, and I can sit here inside of my strength and I'm watching everything grow, and it's this really nice, healthy, healing spot where you're in control of a little bit more of that. I'm just watching your investments grow inside of there. Okay. Still got a matter of strength, so you know where you're at inside of this. All right. Oh, sitting on my legs. Just give me a second. Ooh. Okay, 31 minutes of my leg cross. Excellent. All right, 3, 4. Practical. What's how you apply this to the world? Like, don't have it all in your healing, and you know that things are going to break away, and you're breaking away for good reason, right? Everything's coming together. Like, you're walking away from conversations that you don't need to have anymore. These are all good healing elements. All right, but what is our practical application? How are we going to apply our stuff to the world? How are we going to explain this transformation? Right, this is a massive transformation. You can see it sitting here. Following your moon. One more card. How do we apply this to the world? One more card. How do we apply this to the world? If you haven't seen my dailies, I've been doing dailies on TikTok. Jump over. I throw them onto Facebook every day, but that's a really interesting platform. I'm really loving it. All right, we go 1. You're also going to have an emotion on your beginning. Oh my God, we've all got 3 on the table right here. We've got 3. This transformation that you've gone through is huge. This tower is huge. All right, there's new love coming your way. You're going to feel it. You're going to apply it. You're going to speak it, right? You've walked away from communicating badly. You've got a new beginning spiritually, and you're going to tell people, I love this. I love me. I'm going to communicate that. It might be love coming in, but it's definitely love coming out as well. All right, this hand holding the cup out, right? Let's see what else we got. Okay. All right, and we're going to take it on. Bring it on. This is a Chariot. This is taking it on, like, right? We've got our dark and our light sitting in here now. When we said the moon is actually as a Pisces card, this is actually a Cancer card. So we flipped that. Those 2 dogs are sitting there as well. All right, so this is more black and white. This is really brass tacks. This is really taking it to the world, and you're armed and you're ready to go. All right, take it on. Bring it on. Bring it on. You're ready to bring it on. Okay. And one more, Temperance. Look at her, isn't she beautiful? All right, so Temperance. Temperance is about balance. It's balancing out those 2 cups. There's 2 cups of passion. Look at that. That's our attraction that Temperance holds there, that she's rolling the 2 waters between those 2 cups inside of there. Temperance is a Sagittarian energy. It is really about healing. You could be having a Cancer or a Sagittarius people come into your life, maybe a Gemini from what I can see in here, or a Pisces maybe. All right, but we're really looking at, this love, this Chariot might be with a Cancer person, but this is a real healing. This is a real healing element. This is a moment where you sit by the lagoon, you put your feet in the water, you take a chance, you sit back, right? You enjoy what the process of healing in your life, right? People say this is a pause. It is not a pause, right? You are definitely sitting around the healing waters and drinking inside the healing waters while you work out what you're attracted to, while you heal mind, body, and soul with Temperance. Why do I know so much about temperance? Because I'm a 14. Okay. Alright, so 2. What are our partnerships? What are our partnerships? Oh, what? This is pretty. Alright, we're going to deal with the first thing first. You've had to go through a period of endurance. Alright, so there might be a bit of endurance inside of this circumstance. You may feel like you've been left outside in the cold. That's what this card indicates. Alright, you may feel like you are having to worry about your penny and your pinch and your pennies and stuff. But realistically, this is really about knowing that you actually have enough, this card. Is the real senses of this. It's a real endurance card where you can endure, you do know, you've thought in your budget, you know what that is, and you can actually go through a period. This is what this card is about, whether you can endure the storm or not. And know that your jacket is keeping you warm. Partnerships. Let's see what this other, because this is interesting that we're saying this might you feel abandoned still, because this line here says this is how we're applying it to the world. What are we getting out? One more. Oh, the 3 of Pentacles. Okay, so you're having to be, this is how your partnership, so this is not necessarily just your lover, this is people, everybody around you. This is how they see, is that you're perhaps going through a period of that you're having to endure some hardships in here because you're being creative, all right? And you're being creative, you're trying to create your penny. So it might be that you're just literally going through a period in here. This is business formation as well, that you're being creative. And so it just is holding in just inside of here. Maybe you're using some of your pennies, these 3 coins, to, these 3 coins are being used for your creations. So you've only got 2 other coins inside of here, smashing those around. All right, so that's really interesting that's where your partnership. So maybe your partner sees that you are... Your partner, people around you are seeing that you might be going through a hard time because you're being creative. Maybe you're a bit of an artist. There's a transformation into you. You've got to trust the process, right? Let's see what the outcome is. Because we're going headlong into this. All right, you're going headlong into this and you have been inspired. Everything is breaking away. We know that we've invested, but people around you are looking, going, oh. But the good thing about that is that's an 8 together. So it's about skill sitting inside of that. Alright, so one more for this self-love pyramid, like self-love reading, sweet hot tea. It's the sweet hot tea. I am going to do new love readings. Check out my dailies on TikTok, on Facebook. If you are after a reading, let me know. I do them at a reasonable price. Thanks for being here. Thanks for still being here. One more card, come on. From this modern rhetorical, what do we got for outcomes? I love it when the outcome plays thick and fast. It's like, let's work that out. Alright, you're still healing. You're ready to take it on. There's an emotional way of looking at the world inside of here. That's great. Because the outcome is, you're still going to earn your money inside of here. When we were talking about this being an 8, and this is also the 8, right? And so the outcome together in here is like really putting in tact to toe. It might be that it's time for you to really, you have been putting in an endeavor to become the king. You have been using your triumphant nature and your battling your spirit inside of here, all right? You've been telling people that they can get fucked. And what only you're saying it, you're actually outing them out of your life, and they're going to be gone because you're inspired, right? This is a real driven line down through here. When we go here, this is like your triumphant stance. Then we have the 7 in here still battling, so because that's a 1, and so we have kapow. I'm really going for it with this driven chariot energy, and I'm going for this creative, and it's going to have money outcomes inside of it for you. So whatever you've been doing, keep on doing it. Thank you so much for being here. I hope that really worked for you. Please, if it resonates, please let me know in the comments. I hope that you are very well, and I will catch you on the flip side. Catch you in the other tea.